Hey everybody, Beefy here. Today we'll be going over the Shadowlands Pre Patch Event. I'll be walking us through how to unlock the daily quest in Icecrown, as well as how to unlock Nathanos, and we'll be going over some of the rare spawns and how that works in Icecrown. If you like it, also subscribe, and let's get into it. So go over to your capital city, and you should get a message from Valera, or whoever the Alliance equivalent is, and you should get an urgent request, I believe is the quest name. Go ahead, accept it, and move into your main capital city, whether it's Orgrimmar or Stormwind. I did this right when the servers opened, so it was crazy. You'll see that you can't even see Lorthramar because of all the folks piling on top of them there. Be advised, there are spoilers in here, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to be running through all the cutscenes that you can see as well. So once you can find him, go ahead, accept that quest, and it should start the cinematic.
Seize this power for herself. Instead, she has done the unthinkable. Now, she will come for them all. To finish what she started. And break all who opposed her. Roth together will be in her sights.
Alright, once you're out of there, go ahead and turn in your quest, if you can find him. And then from there, at least in Orgrimmar, you're just gonna hop on down to this little tent with Commander Throg, turn that quest in, and then go ahead, accept that quest, and hop on your trusty steed and head on into Durotar to talk with these folks who are gonna give you reports on the Scourge invasion. One guy right outside of Orgrimmar, the next guy is just outside of Razor Hill, and then the last guy is just up here in the Northern Barrens at Farwatch Post. And he had a little bit of an issue where if you clicked him, the prompt wouldn't show up, but just keep clicking him and should be good to go. I think it's because there's so many people here. Once you get here to the crossroads, this is where you get an actual quest. And you're going to need to kill 6 cultists and 4 ghouls. Now this is normally pretty easy, but again, at the time I was filming here, the service had just reopened, so it was an absolute madhouse. It was impossible to get a tag on pretty much any mob if you weren't in a group or if you weren't, lucky enough to hit him first. So you can see here's a guy that I saw him spawn and then I hit him and I didn't have a tag because, well, the lag was so bad. So I decided that I would just go ahead, log out, and log back in later. I mean, it's fantastic how much passion there is for the game that all of these hundreds of people are signing in all at once to see what the pre-patch event is like. But it made it kind of hard to progress. So anyway, came back about 4 hours later and it was substantially easier. So I would assume it's going to be the same for anyone else who's coming in a little bit later. From here, go ahead, run around, get your ghouls, get your cultists, and once you have all of them, you'll be good to go. Go ahead, turn in your quests from here, and then make your way back to Orgrimmar. Whether you use Hearth or you fly back, doesn't really matter. Just get back to Orgrimmar. Head back over to Commander Throg in front of the tent. Once you've completed that quest chain that was at the crossroads, you'll unlock the Nathanos World Quest. And the Nathanos World Quest is great because it's guaranteed to drop an item level 115 weapon, but it's only once a week. Now here I just want to show you what some of the rewards are for the pre-patch event, at least the ones so far. There's that broom, which is a toy, and then there's item level 100 gear. It's all armor, there's no weapons, there's no trinkets, and there's also a pet. This is the Putrid Geist pet. That's what it looks like. Looks just like a Geist hopping around in Icecrown. And then this is what the male set at least looks like. And it's of course on a Tauren, which is the best race in the game. It's an objective fact. Alright, so last thing I want to point out is if you talk to this Argent healer, tell them you stand with the Argent Crusade and he'll give you the Mark of the Crusade buff, which increases all your stats by 10%. Since I'm pretty sure most folks will want to go after Nathanos either for a much better weapon than what they've got, or because they all look cool, the transmogs are pretty fantastic, we'll go over how to get to Nathanos first. In Orgrimmar, you're going to head over to this tower and use this portal to the Undercity. This used to be a Zeppelin that went to Brill, but Brill was destroyed, so instead we get a portal, which is a little bit faster actually. Anyway, once you port back there, head east into Eastern Plaguelands until you see this little homestead. This is where Nathanos used to hang out back in vanilla. I guess this is his home, his ancestral home or something along those lines. The fight is extraordinarily simple. You know, don't stand in the crap, basically. He does volleys of arrows and puts down green puddles of acid. Don't stand in them, and you should be good to go. Also, the screen's going to turn black for a cutscene, so don't freak out when that happens. And this is a cutscene.
Come on! Is this the best you can do?
Now it's getting interesting. Your power has grown.
Where is she?
With him, of course. In the darkest place. Along with every soul burned to ash in your precious tree.
Where is she?
Go on. Kill me. You'll send me right to my lady. Beyond the veil, she's shattered. Oh, Tyrande. High Priestess. Night Warrior. Completely powerless to stop the coming.
So now Tyrande is a total badass, if she wasn't enough of one already. That's the boss fight. You should get your World Quest reward, which is a 115 weapon, which in my case as a Beastmaster Hunter is a Deadshot hand cannon. And it's a huge upgrade from my item level 90. And it also has a really awesome Undercity transmog look to it. I think it looks fantastic. And Nathanos is still fighting and still trying to kill everyone, so let's run away. Let's run into Icecrown to get after these dailies. So make your way over to Icecrown, and we're gonna start heading up to the northern part of the zone towards 7519, and that is the Argent Tournament Grounds. If you're familiar with the ICC tournament from back in the day, it's the same exact place. One thing I want to point out is that there's a debuff once you get into the zone, and it's called Chilling Winds, and it inflicts damage. Those bonfires are supposed to prevent it. I don't know if that's supposed to get worse as the event goes on or what, but right now it's really not that big of a deal. As for the daily quests, go ahead, turn in the quests that you got from Orgrimmar, and now you're going to kill some ghouls and heal some wounded soldiers. Killing the ghouls is pretty straightforward, or Scourge, sorry, killing the Scourge guys is really straightforward. Healing the wounded guys is pretty easy to do as well. You get a quest item that'll help you out, but I've been informed by some of my guildmates that if you're a class that can heal, you can just hit the wounded soldiers with a heal of some sort and it'll have the same effect. Which is really nice if you are a healing class, because then you don't have to worry about the quest item or cooldowns or anything of that nature. You can kind of run and gun. Once you've healed up your buddies and you've killed the ghouls, now you've got to go scout out the Scourge's presence in 2 locations within Icecrown. Also, make sure you get this strange Scourgestones quest as soon as you can. I'll go over that in a second. So head on up here for that first scouting area, just north of Sindragosa's Fall. Click it, you get a very short cutscene. And hop back on your trusty steed, go over to the second place, click that, you'll get another little cutscene. And then head on back to the quest giver, and this quest is the one that will actually end up giving you the dailies. So again, hop back on your mount and then head over here. Now I don't know if there's more to the quest than this, but when I got there, somebody was fighting a bone giant and I helped them kill the bone giant. Once it was dead, then I got quest completion. I don't know if that's supposed to be a wave sort of thing, like where there's multiple waves of bad guys that come through and that's the last one. Anyway, go ahead, turn in that quest. Once that quest is turned in, then you've unlocked all of the dailies. And I'll be posting a separate video about the dailies later. Something I want to go over in a little bit of detail are the Scourgestones. First off, you have to complete the Strange Scourgestones quest. You have to complete that every single day before you can turn in the Scourgestones. So they turn in at a rate of the blue ones, the pitch black will turn in 25 to 3, and the green ones, the darkened Scourgestones, will turn in at a rate of 25 to 1. So you can see that is how you will get your Argent Commendations in order to get the gear for this event. Alright, let's get into the rares. So here's a map of all the rares and the order in which they spawn. Let's say it's 1 o'clock and Trollgore is up. So let's say you head over to Trollgore, you kill him, then that means that at 1:20, Krik'thir the Gatewatcher, down there at number 10, is who's going to pop up next. These are all done in a predetermined order, and they are not at all a circle or any real kind of pattern that I can tell, according to these arrows. But that being said, you will always know who's up next, where to go, and approximately what time they should pop up. So, by way of an example, here's Marwyn. Head on over to Marwyn and kill him and loot him. Now, one thing I want to point out is that there's approximately a 2-minute buffer between when the bosses spawn and when they're active for tags. So it's actually a really convenient way of setting this up. It's a predetermined order. almost everyone gets a chance to get there and tag the boss and potentially get some eye level 110 loot. Here you can see a ring that I got from Tharon'ja, and one thing I would just want to point out is that the loot from the bosses is from their original loot tables. So I'll post those below. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked it, like it. Please subscribe for some more content, and yeah, good luck out there. Thanks for watching and hope to see you out there.